What if I told you that the pain you're feeling in your knees when you climb those stairs, or that stiffness in your hips when you get out of bed, doesn't have to be your new normal? I've seen it countless times in my practice. Seniors who believed their mobility was gone forever, only to regain strength they thought was lost for good. Today I'm sharing the exact 5 exercises that transformed my 78-year-old patient Martha from barely able to walk to her mailbox to dancing at her granddaughter's wedding just 6 weeks later. These simple movements can be done right in your living room without any fancy equipment, and they might just change everything for you too. Let me tell you about Martha. When she first came to see me, tears welled in her eyes as she described how her independence was slipping away. "Doctor," she said, her voice breaking, "I used to be the one everyone counted on. Now I can't even stand long enough to cook dinner for my family." Martha's legs had grown so weak that she needed to rest after walking just 30 feet. The joint pain in her knees made every step a reminder of what she'd lost. And perhaps worst of all was the fear. Fear of falling, fear of becoming a burden, fear that this was just the beginning of a rapid decline. Does any of this sound familiar to you? What broke my heart wasn't just Martha's physical pain. It was seeing how it had stolen her joy, her confidence, and her sense of purpose. She told me she'd stopped attending her weekly bridge club because she was embarrassed about needing help getting in and out of her chair. She'd given up gardening, her lifelong passion, because kneeling had become impossible. But here's what you need to understand. Martha's story doesn't have to be your story. The weakness and pain you're experiencing isn't simply old age that you must accept. It's often the result of specific muscle imbalances and joint issues that can be addressed with the right approach. Let me explain what's actually happening in your body right now. As we age, we naturally lose about 3 to 5% of muscle mass each decade after 30, a process called sarcopenia. But here's what most doctors won't tell you. Up to 50% of this loss isn't from aging itself, it's from disuse. When certain muscles weaken, particularly in your legs, it creates a dangerous cascade effect. Your joints lose their natural support system, causing increased wear and tear on cartilage. This leads to inflammation, pain, and eventually that feeling that your legs might give out beneath you. The good news? This process is reversible at any age. Yes, even if you're in your 70s, 80s, or beyond. Research from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society shows that adults in their 90s can increase muscle strength by up to 174% with the right exercises. I've seen it firsthand with specific muscle groups that provide stability to your major joints, what I call the foundation muscles. These include your quadriceps, which support your knees, your gluteal muscles, which stabilize your hips, and your core muscles, which align your entire skeletal system. When these foundation muscles strengthen, something remarkable happens. Joint spaces improve, inflammation decreases, and pain signals quiet down. Movement becomes easier, balance improves, and that fear of falling diminishes. But here's the critical part. You need exercises that are safe for aging joints, progressive, meaning they can be modified based on your current ability, comprehensive, targeting all the key muscle groups, simple enough to do consistently at home. That's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. The same 5 exercises that help Martha and thousands of my other patients reclaim their strength, mobility, and independence. Exercise 1, supported chair squats, the joint pain eliminator. Let's start with what I consider the most transformative exercise for seniors with weak legs, the supported chair squat. You'll need a sturdy chair with armrests placed against a wall so it won't slide. Stand in front of the chair with your feet shoulder-width apart. Place your hands lightly on the armrest for support. Now, keeping your chest lifted, slowly bend your knees and lower yourself as if you're about to sit down. Go down just an inch or 2 at first, then press through your heels to stand back up. That's 1 repetition. The magic of this exercise is that it strengthens your quadriceps, those large muscles in the front of your thighs that support your knees, while the chair provides safety and confidence. For beginners, start with just 5 repetitions, going down only a small amount. For intermediate, try 8 to 10 repetitions, lowering halfway to the seat. For advanced, perform 12-15 repetitions, touching the seat lightly before rising. Do this exercise daily, and within just 2 weeks, you'll notice less pain when climbing stairs or standing up from seated positions. Martha could only do 3 very shallow chair squats when she started, By week 4, she was doing 12 full squats without holding the armrests at all. Exercise 2, Wall Angels. The posture restorer. Poor posture doesn't just affect how you look. It dramatically impacts how your joints feel, especially in your knees and hips. This next exercise helps correct the rounded shoulders and forward head position that puts extra strain on your lower body. Stand with your back against a wall, feet about 6 inches from the wall. Press your lower back, upper back, and head against the wall. Bring your arms up with elbows bent at 90 degrees, also touching the wall. Now slowly slide your arms up the wall, keeping them in contact with the surface, like you're making a snow angel. Only go as high as you comfortably can while maintaining contact. Then slide them back down to the starting position. For beginners, do 5 repetitions, focusing on keeping your lower back pressed against the wall. For intermediate, try 8 to 10 repetitions, extending your arms higher. For advanced, perform 12-15 repetitions with a slight hold at the top. This exercise strengthens your upper back muscles while opening your chest, which helps align your spine properly. When your spine is aligned, your hips and knees naturally fall into better position, reducing strain and pain. One of my patients, Gerald, noticed his knee pain decreased by almost 40% after just 3 weeks of doing Wall Angels daily. The connection between upper body posture and lower body pain is powerful, yet often overlooked. Exercise 3. Seated leg extension specifically targets the quadriceps muscles that support and protect your knee joints. It's gentle, yet incredibly effective. Sit in a chair with your back straight and feet flat on the floor. Slowly extend your right leg until it's straight out in front of you, then hold for 3 seconds, focusing on tightening the muscle above your knee. Lower your foot back to the floor with control. Repeat with your left leg. For beginners, do 5 repetitions on each leg, using no ankle weights. For intermediate, try 8-10 repetitions, holding for 5 seconds at the top. For advanced, add a light ankle weight, 1-2 pounds, and perform 12 repetitions. What makes this exercise so valuable is that it strengthens the knee in a non-weight-bearing position, which means less stress on painful joints while still building crucial strength. Martha told me this exercise gave her the confidence to walk without her cane because she could finally feel the strength returning to the front of her thighs. That strength translates directly to stability when standing and walking. Exercise 4. Hip bridges, the lower back savior. Many seniors don't realize that hip weakness is often the hidden cause of both knee pain and lower back discomfort. This 4th exercise targets your gluteal muscles and hip extensors, the powerhouse muscles that propel you forward when walking. Lie on your back on a firm surface like a yoga mat or carpeted floor. Bend your knees with feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Place your arms at your sides. Now gently tighten your abdominal muscles and lift your hips off the floor until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Hold for 3 seconds, then slowly lower back down. For beginners, perform 5 repetitions with a small lift. For intermediate, do 8 to 10 repetitions, holding for 5 seconds at the top. For advanced, try 12 and 15 repetitions, extending one leg while in the bridge position. This exercise not only strengthens your hips, but also improves the stability of your pelvis, which is crucial for proper knee alignment when walking. It also gently stretches the front of your hips, an area that becomes tight from prolonged sitting. I remember how Martha's face lit up when she told me she could get up from the floor by herself after playing with her great-grandchildren, something she hadn't been able to do in years. That's the power of stronger hips. Exercise 5. Heel-toe walking. The balance restorer. Our final exercise addresses something that often accompanies leg weakness: balance problems. This simple movement helps retrain your proprioception, your body's awareness of where it is in space. Find a clear pathway in your home, perhaps a hallway with walls you can touch if needed for support. Stand tall with your arms at your sides. Now imagine you're walking on a tightrope. Place the heel of your right foot directly in front of the toes of your left foot. Then place the heel of your left foot directly in front of the toes of your right foot. Continue this heel-to-toe pattern for about 10 steps. For beginners, do this next to a wall or countertop that you can touch for support. For intermediate, try it with just fingertips touching the wall. For advanced, attempt it without support, perhaps with arms extended to the sides. This exercise strengthens the small, stabilizing muscles in your ankles and feet while challenging your brain to relearn balance. The result is more confident walking and a significantly reduced daily risk. Martha told me something that brought tears to my eyes. She said, "Doctor, I walked through the farmer's market last weekend without my cane, and I wasn't scared once." That freedom from fear is perhaps the greatest gift these exercises can give you. Now let me give you a simple plan to implement these exercises in your daily routine. Start with just 10 minutes a day, preferably in the morning when your body is less fatigued. Do all 5 exercises beginning with the easiest version of each, week 1, 2, and 2. Focus on proper form rather than repetitions. It's better to do 3 perfect chair squats than 10 improper ones. Week 3, 4, gradually increase repetitions as your strength improves. You might be surprised how quickly your body responds. Week 5 to 6, begin progressing to the intermediate versions of exercises where you feel ready. Remember, consistency matters more than intensity. 5 minutes daily will bring better results than 30 minutes once a week. And please listen to your body. A gentle stretch feeling is good. Sharp pain is not. If something hurts, reduce the range of motion or the number of repetitions. Now I know some of you might be thinking, "But doctor, I have arthritis in my knees. Won't these exercises make it worse?" That's a common concern, but research actually shows the opposite. A landmark study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that appropriate strength training reduced arthritis pain by 43%, more effective than many medications, and without the side effects. Or perhaps you're worried, "I've never exercised before. Isn't it too late to start?" Let me be clear, it is never too late. I've worked with patients in their 90s who made remarkable progress. Your body retains the ability to adapt and strengthen throughout your entire life. Some of you might be concerned about exercising with other health conditions like heart disease or diabetes. While it's always wise to check with your personal physician, these gentle exercises are generally safe for most conditions and often help improve them by enhancing circulation and reducing inflammation. I want you to imagine something with me for a moment. Picture yourself 6 weeks from now, walking confidently through your home without reaching for furniture to steady yourself. Imagine climbing those stairs without wincing in pain. Think about being able to get down on the floor to play with your grandchildren and get back up again on your own. This isn't fantasy. This is what I've seen happen hundreds of times in my practice. Martha's story didn't end with just regaining her basic mobility. 3 months after starting these exercises, she sent me a video of herself dancing at her granddaughter's wedding. Not just swaying in place, but actually dancing with joy and confidence. "I never thought I'd have this again," she told me later. "I'd accepted that pain and weakness were just part of getting older. I wish I hadn't wasted so much time believing that. I don't want you to waste that time either. The strength you've lost can return. The pain you're feeling can diminish. The fear of falling that might be keeping you homebound can be replaced with confidence. These 5 simple exercises are your pathway back to the active, independent life you deserve. Not just existing, but truly living with joy and purpose, regardless of your age. If this information has helped you today, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We create these videos specifically for seniors who want practical, honest health information without the medical jargon or false promises. And if you're ready to continue your journey to stronger legs and less pain, watch our next video on gentle stretches that complement these strengthening exercises perfectly. We made it just for you. Remember, you weren't meant to simply endure these golden years. You were meant to enjoy them. And with stronger legs and less pain, you can do exactly that. I believe in you, and I'll be here to guide you every step of the way.